This is not going to be your ordinary live stream. It is just going to be the usual, the same old, same old. That's right. This is not going to be your ordinary live stream. It is just going to be the usual, the same old, same old. And we're going to repeat that over and over again just to make it embed into your brains. That's right. Good to see you guys. It is Sunday, and we are here. You are there. And we're going to take a look at the markets on all that other good jazz and see what's going on here. Let me get to the point where I can share this screen here. We've got a good number of folks joining us, although I can't tell how many because I don't have that window open. So we'll have Alan Gold be our numbers man tonight. Let's see here. Where we are. Here we go. Okay. There it is. All right. Very good. Let's take a look at the markets. Let's do this technical analysis. Yes, you can take my word for everything. I am a financial advisor, which means that everything I say about the markets and about gold and silver will be recorded on this live stream. Doesn't mean it's going to be accurate, but at least it'll be recorded for everybody here. And so there we go. All right. So right now, the starting gate, it looks like that we have all the metals moving up a bit. The Asian markets have opened, and gold is at $1295.60. Yeah, look at that. It is up $1.60, but still below that $1,300 floor that it pierced through yesterday. Very good. Okay. Hello, Cheryl Lay is here. We've got a $1/2 We've got Barbara Carbone, Terry Rabidou, and the Stacking Stormtrooper is here. How do you do the live stream where we can see your screen? You should be able to see it now. Hopefully it's showing there. It should be showing for everybody. Let's see here. Let me make sure it is. There we go. I'm seeing it on my end here. All right. So silver is at $15.31. It's up 3 cents. Platinum is up $2, and palladium is continuing to climb up above $15.50. It's $15.54 now, up $4. And I think we're probably going to see more activity with both platinum and palladium until they resolve these strikes in South Africa. Very good. All right. Teach you how you do it. Okay, I have to do that with you offline. It's actually very easy to do when you start a live stream. But yes, very good. Phil McCain is here. Gridiron Guru is here. Good to see you. And $1/2 Palladium King. Yes. All right, very good. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. So now we'll move ahead here. So let's get back to some of these comments here and see what we've got going on with the comments. Do a little comment. I hope everybody's had a great weekend. I'm still getting over this little flu bug. Not only a flu, but a cold thing. It's kind of affecting my throat, but it's all right. Tricky guy. Well, first Graham Casino says about the hundreds of ounces of gold at the coin show a couple of years ago. I did a video on that. He says, you put like $2 million through your lens in this vid, Salivate. Staying true to your screen name. Yes, indeed. Try my best to try to show some really cool pieces. Stay tuned, by the way. There'll be some more of that stuff coming soon, too. All right, let's see here. Very good. Yes, Alan Gold's got... How many subs does Alan Gold have now? Did we give him for his channel? I'm not sure. Let's see. He's got 9. Crazy. And I actually did subscribe to him, but I'm thinking about unsubscribing to him now. Yeah, I just unsubscribed. So now he's got back to 8. Now let's see here. All right. Now we've got a long one by Tricky Guy. He lowers demand so we can get cheap prices for Warren Buffett on gold. His comments on gold here. He says, Dear Mr. Buffett, want to give us golden news? Then tell us about the backroom deals. You know every trick and where all the bodies are buried. But we don't hear about it from you because you murdered the next day by the powers that be, you coward. You are helping the American culture devolve into barbarity with more capitalistic dictators of economic policy. Don't be telling me that Buffett thinks, Sal, even when you're doing proper deconstruction of his views. Why? Because he's part of the problem and he is playing us for suckers. You don't have to celebrate his success. Plenty of other honest rich people to pose as authoritative. I'm embracing you, Sal, for putting these lords of lying in front of us. Don't tell us how to succeed and tell us what to do so that they can make money. If you agree or disagree with Buffett's concepts, fine, but don't tell us Buffett agrees or disagrees too with some sort of validation of your concepts. So these concepts must be self-validating due to logic. Well, yeah, I mean, it's my thing is that I have no problem with if he has made money through the markets. I have no problem if he's been able to work his way through the markets and make smart investments, as long as he doesn't do it immorally or unethically. But he also does not obviously understand gold and is not, and we are self-validating, and gold is self-validating, by the way, and so is silver. So holding those metals is self-validating. It's a concept that he doesn't understand. And the only way that really he'll be put to the test for that is for a total economic collapse or a total devaluation of the dollar, which is not going to happen. But thank you, tricky guy. Yes, indeed. And by the way, I have much more respect for people who make money and build something and create jobs in that way. But on the other hand, people like Mr. Buffett, who are investors, invest in companies that put people to work and create jobs and the like. And I think there's something to be said for that in a different level. All right. Yes, indeed. Small gold. Yes, he's no longer an investor. He's a crony. Yeah, that's right. And I'm talking about how he made his money early on, I guess. He's always hated gold because it doesn't pay dividends and can't be lobbied. And if I'm not mistaken, some people have said that he also did get a bailout in the 2007, 2008. His company did. If that's the case, then yeah, he should pay that money back for sure. Hello, Seduced by Silver. Good to see you. Stacking Nerd is here. By the way, Silver Wolverine is here. Good to see all you guys. $1 All right, very good. Is here. Good amount of folks here in the community. We got CCT here. Down in New Mexico. A lot of good folks here. All right. Over here it says, Sal, let's get more subscribers for the Stacking Kid. Yes, Stacking Kid. Yes, I've actually shouted him out before. Subscribe to him as well. And yes, definitely give him a sub. You see him in the comments here. He comes on the chat. So you guys definitely subscribe to him if you see him. And subscribe to anybody else here that's got a channel. Definitely. TB2 Stacks is another one. He just popped in and said hello. Very good. Mass CMC says, how's that Kraft Heinz position treating you, Warren? Would rather be in gold rather than stock and lost more than 13% in the past weeks. He lost billions. He is holding his position. He is still holding his position. Well, and I'm not up to par on catch-up stocks, but yeah. Crazy. All right. Very good. Yes, good to see Seduced by Silver, indeed. 400 ounces is what it's worth. Yeah. I'm not sure what you mean by that comment. 400 ounces is what it's worth. Price is falling for gold and silver. Nobody mentioned a weight that I know of. I don't know. Dow will fall soon and gold will stop falling. Yep. Even though it has fallen the last week, I think that this is just a temporary bump in the road, so to speak, and we're going to see the prices creep back up a bit. Nova Stacker is here. All right. Good to see you. TYU. All right. Yeah, Seduced by Silver. Yeah, just got a little a frog in my throat. Have had a cold all week. And so just kind of getting through the old, yeah, cold with the throat here. Mr. Sting, of course, some of the comments here, we're going to put a challenge to me. We're going to try my best here. I just got an annual report from the mutual fund. I have an IRA. The manager only holds a minimal amount of stocks. I just looked at what it does. It doesn't mind gold or silver. Okay, let's see here. It's a picking stocks, sale of value. Vale engages in production and exploration of iron ore, pellets, and manganese and iron ores raw materials needed for steel making. It operates, okay, so let's see here, the other segments. Okay, all right, so he tells me about the stock, but I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, make sure what you're investing in as far as some of these stocks that you know what they're doing. What they're if they're involved in gold or not. For sure. All right, very good. Let's see here. Michael Sorrell says Warren Buffett has lost his butt on silver, selling prematurely a few years ago. This man has lost a few fortunes to men like you and I. Yeah. Apparently he did lose on silver a while ago. Yep. All right. He also says at a certain point, you can be so rich that you can't buy enough gold or silver to cover potential loss. Warren Buffett is that rich. Yes, he sure is. Crazy. He's got a big buffer. Old Buffett does, that's for sure. He's got a big buffer. Let's see. All right. Thriftlet Kenny says he's an insider. Do the opposite of anything that Crook says. Yeah, well, and a small gold said in here. Yeah, he's become more kind of a crony in recent years. So yeah. The Yuha says gold and silver are a good thing to add to your portfolio. Silver, gold stocks, bonds, and Bitcoin all make a well-rounded portfolio. You really cannot invest for the end of the world. I do believe your monetary crisis will be resolved by many factors or solutions, perhaps metals, virtual currency, or other ideas yet to come. I plan to buy Bitcoin next year. Well, I mean, I think that the blockchain, the foundation behind cryptocurrencies, I think is something here to stay, or some variation of it. That could be Hashgraph, it could be some other technology, but I think we're going to see an online ledger that is secure to where these transactions can take place, and hopefully there'll be something stabilized, and we'll have a something that's backed and tracked by either a precious metal or some other tangible asset, or I don't know. They'll find something. I think there's going to be, and I think they're already working on some sort of a dollar reset behind the scenes. We just don't know what that's going to look like until such a time comes when they want to reveal it. All right. Okay. Vin's World says if central banks hold it, so do I. Amen. That should be reason enough, I think, to hold on to precious metals. Exactly right. Almost 100 ounces of gold video. How did your friend get all that gold? Probably worth at least $1 million. He accumulated over the years and through time, and in his business, he was able to. Yeah, I mean, it takes time, but he was able to do it. He make his money work for him so that he could get it. Yes, indeed. All right. Mr. Sting saw the CEO of Barrick on CNBC. I don't think he wants to overpay and go into debt. He's hoping for the synergies of the two companies combined will produce extra profits for all. I think he wants a golden parachute payout for himself. They mentioned that the former CEO of Goldcorp, Rob McEwen, said it would be a huge, unwieldy company to even manage. Yeah, it seems like these can get so big and bureaucratic, even with these gold mines. It just doesn't seem like it would be all that beneficial. And change the stock signal for Barrick Gold. So yeah, now it's gold. Okay. Well, since there's only game in town, I guess they can go ahead and take that stock tick. Yes, yes, that's right, Steve. Silver Wolverine. I did hear that speech, and Donald Trump also talked about, and not only about the dollar being too strong, but he talked about quantitative tightening. You don't hear presidents talk about quantitative tightening, and he did. All right. Cool, bro. It says, do stackers are automatically, in your opinion, have more knowledge or advantage over the non-stacking public in terms of financial knowledge? Not necessarily, cool, bro. That's a good question. And not necessarily. In fact, I don't consider myself to have a whole lot of knowledge, financial knowledge. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm into gold and silver, because it's it's simplistic. It's and it has the intrinsic value, the historic value of time associated with it, and it's preserved its value, and it's the safest bet. If you look at all these different things, and no matter how much knowledge people have of the financial markets, I think that generally overall there's more risk involved the more you get into stocks and bonds and the like. But okay, yeah, we're gonna do a slurp for Barb here. Yes, indeed, very good. News Unit has another channel. He posted a comment to somebody commented somewhere, so he's got another channel. I think it's called the News Unit or some variation thereof. Let's see here. Henderson had a hangout over the weekend. I missed it. Dang it. DJ says, thanks, Sal. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Susan Black says, Warren Buffett doesn't have the same stocks he had 77 years ago. He moves his money around as conditions change, so it is with precious metal investors. When conditions get risky, people park their money into precious metals to retain wealth until conditions settle down again. I doubt he has no money in precious metals. Yeah, I imagine, I don't know. We can only speculate about that, whether he has or not. It doesn't change the reality and the truth about precious metals, and I think that's what he's missing here. Mr. Sting says he's a value investor. Gee, he had to give him a special preferred stock payout, 10% dividend for 8 to 10 years. When that period ended, he sold his GE stock. All right. Let's see here. All right. Thank you, Small Gold. You like the slurp too? You guys definitely should subscribe to Small Gold. He's got all the 411 on a lot of data out there with regards to precious metals and holdings of nations and how much they're taking in. A lot of data behind them. Very good. Yes, Chiefly Chiefin is here. He has made it to his Sunday night market watch. Very good. All right, we're gonna pause in a moment and take a look at the markets here in just a moment. The Matrix says America's tailwind, ETFs and algorithms. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's right. Long run. And Buffett started out buying a broken down textile mill in my state called the Berkshire Hathaway. I think he might be Hathaway Shirts. Then he just kept easing out of the industry until he closed all the plants and just kept the name. He makes most of the money in the insurance industry. Yep, that's right. That's right. Of course, the ironic thing is gold is the ultimate insurance financially, for sure. All right. Russia is slurping up a lot of gold. Yes, they are. The BRICS nations, at least India and Russia, of those there definitely are. Dr. Who is here. Hello, Dr. Who. Good to see you. The PM market is up. We're gonna check it out in just a moment here. Never listen to a wolf with sheep's clothing. Yes, indeed. Well, nowadays, especially when you look at some of the politicians, they are wolves in wolf's clothing. See something, say something, says old crook. Fine with me if it drops some. Yeah, same here. I like to be in a buying mode. Got to recover from some purchases I've made though recently. He's mixing just the world population by itself will create inflation in all natural resources. Well, I guess it depends on how much resources are for each person. But the thing is typically, we can do more with less, especially with regards to technology. Alan Gold suggests I start making videos reading nursery rhymes. Well, Dr. Seuss is coming out with a new book, even though he's been dead for how many years now? Silver Rhino's here. All right, very good to see you. All right, we'll work for you. We'll work for you. The higher the stock market goes, most people in the USA are doing the billionaire class that owns the U.S. Congress are psychopaths. Yeah. Well, we don't like crony capitalism, that's for sure. I agree with that. Rob W. says, what an establishment darling. Yeah, he definitely is part of the establishment, no question. The only buffet I want is at the Golden Corral. Amen. There you go. We got Colonel here. Very good. Very good to see Colonel. I'm Buck is here. Good to see you. Green eggs and Sal, says Terry Rabidoo. All right. Richard Conrad, great video, Sal. You never let us down. Buffett is a genius investor, no doubt, and we can all learn from him, as you allude to. I couldn't agree more with you. He doesn't get weak and walk and chew gum at the same time. Capital markets are the best engine for prosperity, but so is a stable, if not strengthening dollar. That is what gold and silver represent. That's supposed to be the dividend for everyone who collects a paycheck. Who knows? Maybe with a stronger dollar, the result of less government spending, ambitions tailored to keep politicians in power, we might have a couple of extra bucks at the end of the month to invest in capital markets. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Very good. All right, let's see. All right, let's we're gonna pause here to take a look at the markets and do a little analysis here. And while I do that, I'm gonna see if I can get some of you to come in here and join me here. Here's the link. Who knows? Maybe we can get some people to pop in here, but let's take a look at these markets and see what's going on. Look at that. The markets are still up just a hair. Now it's not by much, but it's let's see here. We've got gold is up $2.40, up 0.19%. Silver is up 4 cents at $15.33. Notice that silver is way below the $16 floor that we saw before. Oh, somebody did join us here. Let's see who's here. I thought I heard somebody. Nope, I guess not. Anyways, platinum is up $4 and palladium is up $11. And we're going to see platinum and palladium probably continue to rise until we get some stability from the strikes that are going on there in South Africa. Very good. Game changer, game over. Precious metals updates is here. Other millionaires like Buffett hold some level of gold. Yeah, you would think. Bob was here, but he bobbed out. Eagle ASE is here. Very good. George Seifert, that's great. Plan on stacking more gold with a good old tax return. Good job. All right. Yankee Pride is here. Very good. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, let's move ahead. Let's get back here. So that's kind of where the markets are. Rhodium, by the way, is $27.70. It's getting closer to that $3,000 level. That's a pretty good. All right. Joe, all right, here we go. We got Haffy. Haffy is with us, and Haffy is here to help me entice Alan Gold to come in. Let's see if that'll happen.
We're gonna feed the animals, Sal.
We're gonna feed the animals, eh?
Yes. Troll bait.
Troll bait, that's right. We're troll bait. And here he's sidestepping the issue here, Haffy. He's talking about unit. He's talking about the news unit. We're talking about baiting Alan Gold. Alan Gold, he probably doesn't realize it, but we had Hillbilly in here. Yeah, Dr. Who, Sal, can I join in on my call phone? Actually, no, unfortunately, I don't have the way to join that way. Unfortunately, Dr. Who, but if you can get in through here, through the link, go ahead, pop in. Yes, indeed. If Terry joins, Alan will join. That's the only way. Not even $1 being here will entice Alan to join. Crazy.
Oh, geez, I'm old news to Alan Gold.
That's sad. That's sad. There's always something new every day with $1. People just, don't realize it.
It's lonely on the top.
Well, you have such a vantage point there with the expressway below you. And when you unbox coins on the sill there, you got that natural light popping in. It's a delight.
Well, thank you, Sal. Sometimes I use that when it's a nice day. Lately over here, though, it's been pretty funky out.
Yeah.
I've been in this location for 12 years now, and I never seen so much rain in where I live. Never.
Crazy. Well, same in our area too. It's been crazy amount of rain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the rain.
And then tonight it's gonna go down to the teens, which
is
nuts because you know where I live.
Yeah.
Nuts.
That is nuts. Tiomkin is back again. Good to see you, Tiomkin. And let's see who else is here. Silver Stacker for life. And yes, very good. And the Uper girl is here. Yeah, you can probably use the link with your. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can do that with the iPhone or not. You can try it.
That's how I'm in, but I don't think I see anyone else.
You're the only one here. I posted the link again. Dantos Hollard is here, and yeah, let's see here. And who else? So yeah, we got a lot of good folks popping in here. -40 the other day, where Hyper SS Silver Stacker lives. Crazy.
Ugh.
That's insane. Too cold. Too cold. Well, while we're waiting, Haffy, do you want to read Lady Liberty Stacker's comment?
Oh, I don't have your screen up, Sal. I'm getting myself prepped to show off a little PM porn here.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, we'll get through this so we can see the PM porn. That'd be great. People like Buffett only tell us this so they can buy up all the gold. Whatever they say to do the opposite. Try to get caught up. Try to get caught up with my videos. Well, thank you, Lady Liberty Stacker. Yep, and you know, all we can do. We know we're doing the right thing. And by the way, just because we stack gold and silver doesn't mean that we're discouraging people not getting the markets. Massachusetts Prepper enjoyed the Alan Gold breaking Benjamin, breaking Alan video. That was fun. Read it myself, Sal. Let's see, Chowder.
Sal, can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, so, all right. Somebody's here. Okay, the stacking stormtroopers with us. Very good. Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Stacking stormtrooper.
Let me just grab my headphones. I'll be right back.
All right. Hello, the Golden Sumu. All right. DAC says Buffett's words are exactly why I'm going to cash out when the time comes. There you go. Blue Collar Mark says, pay no mind to the bailed out Buffett. He would have lost his shirt into 7 if his bankers weren't bailed out. We'll continue stacking till I die, which means I have died a free man. There you go. All right. Amen, brother. Cliff Von Ting says, why doesn't he compare the value and purchasing power of our currency versus gold and silver to the same time periods? Because the dollar has lost massive amounts of purchasing power and gold and silver have gone up. We are clearly in different periods of time economically and history, and should observe these facts. Yep.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. How you doing, Sal? You good?
Yes, doing well. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad. I picked up a whole bunch of silver and gold this weekend.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, I made a gold purchase a while back. I just haven't posted the unboxing of it. I'm still recovering from that purchase. We're going to get through these comments and take a look and see. Maybe we can take a look and see what you got. We can take a look and see what
I purchased it. I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay. All right. Very good. Mario Sendo, gold wants to save you. Invest in aluminium. All right. Yes, indeed. Okay. And W, the dollar reserve global tailwind is ending. It will be a headwind going forward. Yes, indeed. That's right. The Bravco Magic says Warren was against Bitcoin. Newer makes single cent on it. What a loser. Okay. All right. And all right. Here's a long one now. Saki Stormtrooper, are you at a point?
I'm ready. I'm deployed and I'm ready here for you, buddy.
Deployed and ready. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Warren Buffett, what a pathetic old Satanist on the edge of death, paradigm puppet and traitor to the human race. What man would not give all his gold if only he could just purchase one more breath? Buffett is showing what the meaning of success is, spending eternity in the pit where Goat Lucy will be torturing him for all eternity. Raw deal, Warren. You shouldn't have sold your soul. All the gold and silver you plundered won't help you, and you know it. Go ahead and drink some more baby blood and get another heart transplant. But what really keeps you awake at night is knowing you will soon be joining Poppy Bush in the pit, and you know it. Try not to have nightmares.
Wow, that's harsh, isn't it? Wow. Crazy.
Rough.
That's rough. That's more trolly than Alan Gold, even. That puts Alan Gold to shame, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, crazy. Part-time preppers. If Warren says it's no good, means he's buying. Yeah, a lot of people think that. You know, I don't know. It's It's hard to say. I won't speculate in that, but it could be. It could be. All right. Juggernaut. If he would have bought some gold, then he would have capitalized big in 1980. Well, yeah. If he would have bought something, that's true. That's exactly right. If he would have cashed out in 1980, he would have capitalized big. No question. Sorry. All right. Gridiron Guru. You want to read that one, Stormtrooper?
Sure thing. Sub me back, will you, Sal? Trying to expand my channel as well. Thanks. Beautiful stack of gold, brother man.
Okay, I didn't know he had videos. But we'll do that. This guy has been around long enough that I know he's not just doing a sub for sub thing. All right, there it goes. Cool. So he's got. All right. So we'll do that. We'll sub. It's Gridiron Guru, guys. It looks like he's in the He doesn't really do precious metal videos, but that's okay. All right. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Roy Sandoval says, that's great. That's really great. That means I'll be able to buy that much more real money with the same amount of fake paper monies. Keep going down. When the prices fall, we pop it up. We buy it up. That's for sure. Terry Rabidoo feels like suicide now. Thanks, Sal. I'm confused. More confused I am about the TYU thing. Hold my breath. How do we join these, Al? Yeah, you click on that link above there. All right, here we go. You want to read this one for me?
Sure thing. Well said, Salivate. I look at the metals as preserving my wealth also. If they go up in the price, it's likely only due to the dollar devaluating, so it really doesn't matter if they do in the long run. Other investments are for making money if you're investing wisely.
That's right. And he's got a great channel too, Steve AUAG. He hasn't posted a video in a while, but he's a good guy, definitely. All right, very good. Adventures, great info. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, sir. Adventures. You see what he did with his name there? He's from New Zealand. Silver Watcher says, I don't trust banks. I stack silver and gold. If wealth is brought to question and gold and silver are worthless, are U.S. dollars worthless? What do we use to pay off our nation's debt? We have nukes, and yet 1913, the Fed became our nation's handler. Yes. It's crazy.
Looks like a double post.
Double entendre there. Yes, indeed. We'll double post too. We'll do it just for the get some jiggle. Gilbert Goliacicio. All right. This is called Financial Genius. Forget to mention how many government bailouts he got when he was bankrupt. Yeah. Well, I don't know I don't know how much he directly benefited from the bailouts, but apparently he did in 2007, 2008. And Tiomkin hasn't listened to Buffett in years and never looked back. Buffett is a charlatan. Excellent report as usual. Thanks, out. I don't really know enough about him other than his political views, which are vastly different than mine. And I know that he hates gold, but I don't know enough.
Ice cream.
What's that?
He likes ice cream.
The main thing I've heard him say about his main reason as to why he hates precious metals was because he feels that he was saying that it just sits there, that its purpose isn't to earn money, whereas a company, their whole purpose is to make profit and to make the stockholders happy.
Yeah.
So that was like primarily the one thing that I've seen him say over and over again over the years.
Yeah. Nat, if this is your first time on YouTube, you're probably not going to know how to really join the link, and we're going to probably have a lot of technical issues. So best to hold off for a while, especially if this is your first time on YouTube. But thank you for joining in and watching. Black Steel and the Silver Numis Man is here. Good to see you. All right, very good. Dixie Silver Miner's here. A lot of folks popping in tonight. Yes, very good. We're going to look at some gold here in a minute here soon, folks. By the way, stay tuned. Brad Pigdot says, gee, go figure. I thought Ray-Ban Sunnies from eBay that turned out fake. Who would have thought they'd fake gold? And who in their right mind would buy gold from eBay? Seriously. Well, I mean, I bought gold from eBay before. If you buy from a trusted dealer on eBay, you're mostly all right. You're going to be 99% safe if you buy like from APMEX or a trusted bullion dealer. on
Just
eBay.
look for the reviews, right? So
Well, yeah, the reviews and the rating, and if they're a legitimate seller, yeah, that type of thing. And I mean, now if you're buying from a private individual, you got to be a little bit more careful. And even the reviews, you can't go by all of that, because an unsuspecting seller could sell a fake gold bar not knowing what it is. Now, if there's somebody that sells gold and silver a lot, there's less likely that will happen. But if it's somebody who just runs across a gold bar and they've sold a pair of shoes the previous day, and some tins and some stamps or buttercups, then they're not probably as familiar with gold, and they could have a fake bar and not know it. All right, the Boomer 53. Let's see.
You want me to take this one for you? All this price smackdown is to be expected. I would have been surprised if the scumbag bankers didn't suppress the price. They cannot allow the prices of precious metals to rise too fast and shake confidence in the worthless US dollar. But even if silver or gold are forced lower, you still have your underlying physical metal. They can't inflate your metal to zero value as they have the paper dollar. Just hold on and watch the show.
Yes, that's right. Yep, very good. And and that's just it. Gold and silver, they're gonna have their ebb and flow, and as they have for eons. But in the end, if you look at a long-term chart, they move up in price, which means that the dollar is being devalued. That's really what's going on. The dollar's being devalued. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in the chat here. We've got a lot of folks popping in. Sorry if I miss you guys. Let's see here. So, okay, Youper girl, I sound like poop. Yeah, I'm getting over a bug and it's affecting my throat here. It's been a kind of a rough week with that. Sorry about that. And let's see here. But anyways, thanks for everybody popping in here and taking part in the live stream here. We're having a little fun. All right, the Boomer. I think this is. Oh no, this is.
It's a different. Yeah, I find it funny that people actually think market forces have anything much to do with the prices of precious metals. The metals markets are totally rigged every trade, every day by the criminal bankers. They can push the price down at any time they want, but they are slowly losing control as it takes more and more paper short contracts to suppress the prices. Price rigging will work till it doesn't. The day is coming when the I can't see. What does it say? Coiled spring of years of price suppression is going to be released. Just be ready.
Yeah, I mean, it's I know a lot of people feel. I look at it like a sliding scale. A lot of people in the precious metals community believe that the scale is tipped way up in the high 80s and 90s of bankster suppression and manipulation of the precious metal prices. I think the scale is way down, and I think that the natural market forces play a much larger role in the prices of precious metals, especially silver, considering silver is just as much, if not more so, a commodity. I kind of talked about that in today's video, than is seen as money. And so, we're seeing what's happening with any other asset or any other thing, commodity, or any other stock or option or what have you. There's going to be some manipulation, but I also think that they're reacting to the markets, because if it didn't, you wouldn't see whenever the Fed does any action, even though some of these Fed rate hikes might be baked in, precious metals reacts. They react, and they react to economic instability, to geopolitical events, to what have you. I've seen it time and time again. And whenever there's uncertainty in the markets, when the volatility index is up high, gold goes up. When the dollar is low, the gold and silver go up. The dollar index tends to work inversely with gold and silver. With that being said, I believe silver is undervalued, and I think gold is holding its own, but I think they're both primed, I think, to kind of climb somewhat. And I think by the end of the year, we'll see them go up.
Quick question for you, Sal. This has nothing to really do with what you're. I'm looking at the screen here. This guy Justin over here, who's in here with us, and I'm looking at all of his coins here. Can anybody on the live stream see that, or just you and me because we're in the Hangout?
Not yet. They can't see it yet. We're gonna get to that in just a moment. That's what we're gonna look at. But I'm gonna get through these comments real quick here and get this out of the way. It's gonna be worth it. You guys are gonna see some really sweet gold.
Oh, the guy's been unloading for the last like 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. It's gonna be pretty cool. Over here it says quality video worth watching twice. Well, thank you, sir. It felt like the end was better than the beginning of that video, but thank you so much on the Warren Buffett video. And super like, thank you, Celso. Very good. Okay, let's see here. Scott Gable says, we collectively do not have our disposal that 77-year window of bullish expansion Mr. Buffett enjoyed. The price to be paid for the unbridled exuberance is at hand. We do not need PMs to protect our wealth in the face of the crumbling fiat systems. We do need PMs. Yes, we do need PMs. That's right. And the thing is he oversimplified his statement about if you would have just put some money into any stock or whatever, you would have done a better, or what have you. It was a kind of a false pretense there that he was giving about that basically anybody could have invested money as he is. It's let's see here. Okay, Michael Mack says he started the SLV essentially when he sold all of his holdings. SLV paper started. He's made plenty of cheese on silver. Yeah, I guess when he sold his silver, I guess JP Morgan bought it, I guess, because they're the ones that have SSP or the SLV right now. Mud Swat's here. Good to see you. Okay, let's see here. All right, here we go. Try it out.
You want it or you want me to do this one?
Yeah, I don't think I'm happy.
You want me to do it? All right.
Yeah.
You bought high, but I still think you did the right thing. Silver and gold have no choice to go up based on the debt to GDP of the US and Canada. It's only a question of time before the SHTF. Your purchase price will appear as dirt cheap when all shit breaks loose. One black swan event and your real money will skyrocket off the chart. Every sign is out there that the economic presto will blow. Maybe not tomorrow or next month, but we will live to see world markets shatter like glass and see our fiat money be as worthless as the paper they're printed on. History will repeat itself. It's mathematically impossible that countries' economic systems won't collapse. Logic prevails.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just it. I remember back in 2012, 2013, we thought it was going to come much sooner. We thought, in fact, I even was convinced, and I cashed out an IRA from work and bought precious metals with it.
By doing that, didn't you have to pay taxes?
Yes, I did. Yes, it hurt. Yeah, it was, but I thought we were at a point. I thought we were at a tipping point. I was foolish to do that, but I know that I'm at least affected by the intrinsic. Hindsight's always 20.
Exactly.
2009 to 2014 were the greatest years to have an IRA.
Yeah.
Those are good years.
Yeah.
But then again, I switched all my IRA investments to CDs, more or less. So I've missed out over the last couple of years because I wasn't taking a chance with the election myself.
Right. And the thing is sooner or later something's got to give with the current system, with all this debt and the faith in the dollar. And that's why I think they are really I believe, and I have nothing to substantiate this, but I do believe that we are probably seeing behind the scenes another Bretton Woods type scenario, and I think it's probably happening in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And okay, Silver Rhino, you keep on, dude. Your comments aren't going to get through every time you promote your channel on here. Leave that to me to promote your channel. Don't use my chat to promote your own channel and to try to, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, the things like a black swan event, yeah, every day that moves forward that we don't address the debt and spending in this country brings us one step closer. But who knows? I've been amazed to see how resilient the economy's been over the last 8 years, considering all the crap that's been thrown at it. But anyways,
it's all smoke and mirrors. I mean, look at what these companies are doing. They're not expanding. They're just buying their own stock back. I won't mention my employer by name, but they had a windfall profit from a sale of an asset. They spent half of it on stock buybacks, and the stock still went down significantly. Money just evaporates. It's a sick thing these corporations do. Yeah.
International Stacker's on a plane, currently on a plane to Boston. Is he in the air now? Wow. Very cool. International Stacker. He's our world silver traveler. You guys definitely should subscribe to him. Did
you catch his live stream last night?
No, I missed it.
He and Slow Stacker, they had like a giant table full of silver on. It was insane. They were just sorting it.
Wow.
But
crazy.
Like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of constitutional.
Dr.
But anyhow,
Who is calling. I can't take a phone call on this platform. I'm sorry, Dr. Who. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what number you would call anyway. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty cool. International Stacker, definitely. Yeah, he does some cool live streams from really exotic places for sure.
This was just his friend's living room or his living room.
It was his living room. His friend.
Yeah, I think it was the Slow Stackers, or his. I forget which one.
Yeah,
but yeah. That wasn't that exotic.
Right. Yeah. Well, hey, that's okay. And actually, you know what? For him being in his friend's living room, that would be considered exotic because usually
it's true. He's always on the road.
An exotic place, so exactly. All right, very good. All right, Ben Trucker. The same thing happens every time it gets near 1350. The manipulation is blatant. I'm seriously thinking of buying puts in GLD next time it gets close. Not advising anyone else to do it though. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. It's yeah, I don't know. And no one can really predict the future, but I think it's going to go back up for sure before the end of the year.
Well, as long as it's this rigged system, it's not predicted. It's made by a few in secret. And just get the entrails of it if we're lucky enough.
Yep. Making history once again, Silver Bean Counter says on the Alan Gold breaking bad or whatever that was, video call was. Silver Heist, you want to send this article to my email? I'll check it out. That's the best way for me to get the attention. Unless I'm doing a live stream, I don't want to open this up and get into a rabbit hole here. But yes, thanks. I'm feeling better yet. Getting a little better. Spectacular. Still got a frog in my throat though. But yeah. I don't usually get sick, so this is a little unusual for me to be under the weather like this. But Steve Dober, great video. Thanks for your hard work. I can see the best of both worlds. Holding precious metals and profitable mining companies is important, but also holding profitable businesses that have steady income is important too. Yes, that's right. Sure is. And that's just it. The money in Wall Street and how it, like you said, Haffy, it kind of funnels around and they buy back their own stocks and the like. To me, the real money
go down. I mean, it's nonsensical. We could have really used that money at our company, but we have it. It's like, and the reason I've been given is that somebody sees that kind of cash laying around and the company is bought up and liquidated for its parts.
Yeah.
Wall Street's twisted. Publicly traded corporations they're evil.
Yeah. And I mean, I think my feeling is that the real money is made when you invent something, when there's innovation in the marketplace and, and I don't know, somebody creates an app or somebody has a new product in the market, it's that's the kind of thing that excites me more than the stock market. And that's why I don't really like to play in the stock market, but I don't fault anybody who does. I know, Silver Turtle 65 is doing a series of videos That
The
he,
Robinhood app.
what's that?
The Robinhood
Yeah,
app.
the Robinhood app. Yeah, yeah. And all power to him. You know, if he can make a little money off of that. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Let's
You
see.
want me to take this big one for
Yeah,
you?
go for it. Yeah. Yes.
Edward Owens. Okay, this is the March dip I talked about in late 2018. Hope it drops back to $14 so I can stack some more. It will bust out eventually, but if I see $50 silver again for a third time before retirement age, I will be shocked. However, a buy-in at $14 every now and then could see a person make 25% to 50% in 12 years when stockpiles do actually dwindle. In industrial metal, just like copper, lead, zinc, also countries like US and China have their own domestic supplies. This will keep the price down for a while. If I am growing tomatoes in my own backyard, I am not paying even the cheap 99 cents a pound for them at the store, which means Mexican tomatoes are going to have to be cheaper. I live in the Midwest and watch this dynamic play out all the time. By the end of July, non-domestic produce is super cheap because we grow our own. With the Hecla mines producing $7 silver for the US, you just aren't going to see $20 silver anytime soon without either a lot of manipulation via congressional regulatory interference or some cataclysmic event where the silver cons will do a hit and run on stackers while they are in freak out mode.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the mining companies, and that's another thing too, is people, you know, there's a wide range of prices for all-in mining costs for silver. And I think that's partly because most silver is mined as a byproduct of other metals, which I also talked about in today's video. And but I've heard it's anywhere between $3 an ounce at these prices today and $12 an ounce. But either way, it almost doesn't matter what the mining costs are for silver. It's what the market dictates, however you interpret that, whether it be manipulation or what have you. But yes, thank you for that. And let's see here. All right. CMAC, weird. I buy my gold from one of his companies. Well, used to. Ooh, okay. I wonder what company that he owns that is a precious metal company. Interesting. Ryan Hill, I love it when the Buffett indicator tells me to buy more. Of course, the insiders don't want you to hold what they hold. See, a lot of people think that Warren Buffett holds gold and wants to keep it on the down low. All right.
I mean, I feel like somebody that wealthy has got to have some.
You would think. I mean,
regardless of how much he says he hates it. I mean, Jesus, the guy's got.
We found out that Prince held gold when he passed away.
Oh, really?
Bars. Yeah, 10 bars of gold. Yep.
How big were the bars?
I want to say they were. Shoot. If I recollect, they were maybe. Oh my gosh, 10 ounce. I don't know, 10-ounce bars or something like that.
Nice.
something to that effect. Maybe they were a kilo bars. I'm not sure. It's been a while. Metal Virus. He doesn't like Bitcoin. He doesn't like gold. He's hard to figure out what team he's on. Yes.
Stocks have done Warren good. Why does he want to try anything else?
What's that?
Stocks have always done well for Warren. Why would he try anything else?
Right. Exactly.
I mean, Berkshire is just a big conglomerate of derivative ownership of.
Yep.
I think there's about 5 or 6 Berkshire companies down the road.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. It is. It's a mess.
I mean, companies you wouldn't even know they existed. I mean, he's got his hands in.
Wow.
Many like smaller, mid-sized businesses that you won't even see on the exchanges because they're holding up. Anyway.
Yeah, it's too much to keep up with. I wouldn't even know where to begin. That's why I like the simplicity of gold and silver. I just don't like to mess with the markets. It's too complex for me, or too much to keep up with. Too much to stress over. I've got enough of my life to stress over than what stock options are. I know that's kind of a simplistic attitude to have, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, without giving away age, people like all in gold. I mean, it's like time to stop messing around. Time to be ready for the future. Because I'll just go as far as say we worked. He's only about a year older than me, but we worked more years behind us than we have ahead of us as far as work goes.
Right.
So
Yep.
why jeopardize the wealth?
Exactly. That's right. Yep.
Some sort of passive income. I got a rental property. It's doing me okay. It's paying for itself mostly.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Jeff MacArthur, you know that sack of crap is buying gold as fast as it can.
Crap.
All right. Stormtrooper, you want to check this one out? Let's see.
George. Yeah, sure. Where are we? George Seifert?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very kind you respond back to the comments and questions. Thank you. My comment on this topic today would be if nations feel the need to secure and guard it, there's a reason to keep it. Another good reason to hold it is for individual financial responsibility and independency.
Yes, and that's well stated. I mean, and that's really it's hard to make a better argument for it than that. Good grief, if whole nations are stockpiling it, that's got to tell you something. That's for sure.
Yeah, I want to know when the shoe's going to drop. I want to know what the hell's happening here.
Yep. All right. Yavor Marinov says he bought Apple at ATH when he was bashing it for years. Is he a credible investor? For me, no. For many, yes. Yep. I know. Well, and that's just it. It's who knows why people say the things they say, but he's a man of power, obviously. And if he can influence the markets with his words, well, he may do it. And that is probably why some people feel he has gold. And why he says the things about gold that he does, for that very reason, for this very comment here. And David Argento says, yeah, those photos are very odd. This is the grainy photos from the visit to Fort Knox. They look like to be photocopies of photocopies. It's crazy. Yeah. All right, 2 creation stories. Want to try that one, Stormtrooper?
Sure thing, buddy.
Thanks.
Also, when Buffett started investing in American companies, American currency was money back with gold, and coinage was made out of 90% silver. Ramsey and Buffett are right about gold. When it is pegged to a manipulated fiat currency system, it's a bad investment in this financial paradigm. But when the currency hyperinflates or collapses, physical gold and silver is the best investment you can have. They both think this Keynesian, I can't see this, paper Ponzi scheme.
Keynesian paper Ponzi scheme.
I can't see it. Okay, we'll go on forever.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just it. I guess there's a level of a philosophy here with regards to, how American companies, or how the whole system, and Haffey kind of alluded to this, when you have governments and central banks, well, in our case, the Federal Reserve, with the blessing of the government, and they just keep printing money like it's going out of style, that's what you're going to see, and it won't go on. That's why they see it as a Ponzi scheme, because they just keep printing more and more of it, which devalues those dollars. And some people say that by some metrics, in the last 2 years, we've lost about 11% of the value of the dollar by some metrics. So anyways, all right. Stacker's with us, by the way. And again, I apologize. There's a lot of activity in the chat side here. And so if I miss what you guys are saying, if you need to address me specifically, type out my name exactly as it is on my channel with no space in between, and it will turn orange and I'll be able to see it. And Doctor Who, I don't know how you are calling me. What number are you calling? I can't accept calls. He keeps on saying I updated and I've called, but there's no call to answer. If you click on the link,
he's calling from his phone booth.
I don't know. He's calling from the phone or something like that. That's not how you join Hangouts. But anyways,
that's how a Time Lord does it.
What's that?
That's how the Time Lord does it.
Time Lord. Oh, he calls.
Well, he's in a phone booth, right? Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor Who. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's exactly right. Steve Miller. What about stock market manipulation, inside trading, as these fabricated windfalls? Well, that's just it. There is insider trading and stock market manipulation, and no matter what your degree of a belief in that, on that sliding scale I talked about earlier, we know that the physical precious metals, they can't be manipulated in and of themselves. They are what they are. No one can ever press them down to zero. And if the banksters really had their way, they'd be a lot cheaper than they are now. That's my feelings. Buffett is a crypto NWO globalist POS, says Tom Seward, which is a very Alan Gold-esque type of comment there. All right, Dave Spangler says, when he said just buying 3 ounces of gold, he was going to set on it, but buying low, selling high, and increasing the stock, his amount would be much higher. Yeah. Let's see here. His stack would be much higher. Well, buying low, selling high. Well, yeah, if he would have, I think he used at one point in time with buying gold with that amount of money that he had at the time and just sitting on it, as opposed to what you're saying, buying low, selling high. K Carpy, I was thinking of picking up some junk silver, walking libs at $7.50 each. I'm not sure this is a good price. Thoughts, recommendations? That's a little pricey, I think, unless they're in really good condition. But junk silver, by the definition, most of us say, means that it's probably worn out. So I probably wouldn't pay much more than $6 a piece. Justin Vasquez, Buffett is a fraud. Of course, he's going to say no to gold. Yep. All right. Doctor Who really wants to get in here. Let's see. Let's post this link. All right. Here you go. Here's the link. Again, you want to join us here. We're almost done with these comments. And that's the way you get in, Doctor Who. It's not by calling, because I didn't get any call. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Let's see.
I think it's one of those guys that you pranked call. He's trying to get revenge on you.
Yeah. No, I know Doctor Who's a good guy. He's a good guy.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Hello, is this Salivate?
Yeah.
Selling a mortgage.
That's right.
This is Srinivas from Mumbai. You want to buy some gold? I heard you want gold.
Yes, indeed. All right. Low blood pressure. Sal, I bought heavy silver day before it crashed. 1561. I got a little fear of missing out. I hear you. Sometimes it happens. And that's why it's always good, in my opinion, just to slow, steady wins a race. Buy when you have the money and not worry too much about spot price. Obviously, I talk about spot price a lot in my videos, but nonetheless, it's
Yeah, this weekend was the first weekend or first time that I made purchases where I debated on not bothering with my spreadsheet. I was telling you about, where I keep track of all of my purchases.
Yeah,
it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Sal. So you read my comment in your best stormtrooper voice. Go ahead. I did you, so you do me now.
How are you feeling, Sal? You sound better. And that was more of my Vaderish voice.
That was Vader, but that was okay. That was a very good James Earl Jones.
I'll never forget and by the way, happy 35th birthday to Gridiron Guru. Let's see. Let me see if somebody else said something here. Let him in via his TARDIS, says CCT. Okay.
Matt Nossick joined the call.
But was it the Phantom Menace, I think, or no? What was the third movie?
For the prequels, or are you talking the old school ones?
The prequels.
Revenge of the Sith.
The prequels are Revenge of the Sith. Yep.
Revenge of the Sith. So when Anakin comes out and they put the helmet on him,
mm-hmm.
and he says the most in James Earl Jones' voice, "Where's Padme?"
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, dude. You just got woke up and you're evil and stuff, and you're worried about Padme, and it's like I want a sandwich. Where's Padme to make me a sandwich? It was like that. Where's Padme? I was just looking for her. I just took a little nap here, and I'm looking for Padme. Where's Padme? You'd have to see it, but anyways,
I did see it. I'm going to be doing a countdown of the 10 movies. Which ones are the good ones?
Cool. Yeah, I'd be curious to see that. All right, moving ahead, because we want to see this gold. Silver Wolverine, I never actually owned silverware. We call it silverware, but it's actually crapware. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I hear you. This is the 4 factors driving demand. Coinman 5000, the sky's the limit with silver. With our dollar collapses, people don't turn to gold and silver until the next fiat currency of digital illusions can be established. Till then, keep stacking, my friend. Amen. That's right. All right, we'll keep stacking. Congratulations on 20K subs. Well done, amigo. Thank you, Silver Turtle. Appreciate it. It's viewers like you that make it all the better. Because more than half of my subs don't watch. Avalanche 2 says, what's that?
That's every channel.
Oh, yeah, it's every channel.
I
That's
mean,
right.
I don't know. I mean, mediocre sub count, but I mean, I probably get like 30 views a video anymore.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's weird. The algorithms for YouTube are kind of strange. Avalanche 2. So what's the conspiracy here that all the gold was stolen? Why would they need to steal gold when they just print more money? In the end, you're right. Nobody would care. Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm feeling too. There's not really, it's I don't know. They almost don't really need to steal it, you know, and, or, you know, to have it funneled out. I mean, I believe that, plus on that, I don't think they could get away with it. I believe that somebody on the inside, there's enough people there. Same thing with the whole thing with the moon landings, you know. There's too many people that were involved that could be involved to where, word would get out. There'd be some way it would blow wide open. DB Stupid says, how much do you think the 1 ounce gold germanium proof is going to go for? Only 100 minted. Man, yeah, it's anybody's guess. My well over $2,000. I mean, at the very least, my guess is probably close to $3,000 is my guess. I don't know, but it's a nice looking coin. I saw it. I mean, I saw the images of it. Lev Chris, thanks for your input. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you watching. Let's see here. Oh, we have somebody else. Nat is with us.
Hey.
Hello, Nat.
Hi. My first time ever on this, Sal.
Cool.
All the time.
All right. Well, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. All right. He made it in. All right. Very good. Okay. Stephen Ray says, when I was watching your vid, I also was looking for a 999 silver cutlery set because it's like its resistance to bacteria. Unfortunately, on Google, it was very difficult to find a sterling set for 500 to 1,000 for a 6-piece set. Makes me wonder if you got to be in some club to make silverware. I'd buy a crude 3-piece pure set, buy like 20, 25 ounce. Yeah, it's usually it's hard to find them brand new, especially too. And I don't even know if there is a 999 fine silver cutlery set. That would be interesting to see. Now as evolution, what about silver used in high-tech weaponry? There must be many millions of ounces of silver used by those who peddle death and destruction. I did a video about, is there really 500 ounces of silver in a Tomahawk cruise missile? Check that video out when you get a chance. Steve Rice says, I was hoping for a good ASE sale during this dip, but nope. So I guess I'll pile up some maple leafs or generics. All right, very good. All right, Nate, since you're new here, you want to read this one for me?
From Pablo?
Yeah.
Some people on here are crazy. Sure, Buffett doesn't like gold. He was also late on some tech stocks. To call him a phony or charlatan is ridiculous, as he has made plenty of people wealthy through his investments, including members of my immediate family who aren't any part of a cabal or New World Order or some secret elitists. I don't get why a person's love for gold or silver skews their views of reality so much. Precious metals are one option out of many for security and wealth.
Yeah. It's I mean, I think that's a balanced view. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to judge Buffett as far as, how he's made his money through that. I mean, I do think, if he was bailed out, I think that he should pay some of that money back. But precious metals are one option out of many for security and wealth. I mean, it's land is one way. I'm just like Happy, you can invest in land. I think that's also a very stable way to preserve your wealth for security. But I think if you just put hold cash aside, and even with these low yielding cash options, like CDs and the like, you're going to lose money really in time. So that's why precious metals, in my view, are one of the best ways Doctor Who. Yeah, okay, Doctor Who. Yeah, he couldn't get in. Maybe next time. Must be try to get in from a computer, Doctor Who. It looks like it didn't work for him to try to get in here, but that's all right. Okay, Gary Croft says, great article, Sal. I'm hoping that larger batteries for electric cars and solar storage will use silver technology, especially because of volatility of conventional batteries with fire and explosive risk. Yeah, that's right. I think, that's something that's going to need to change dramatically, battery technology. And in a very well, silver could play a larger role that than we are seeing now. Very good. All right, let's see here.
So
Kevin,
save the lithium for the prescription medicines that we all need.
exactly. That's right. Exactly right.
Hey, Sal, can I tell you something?
Yes.
Back to that, the people, some people are crazy. I mean, you're going to find that, anywhere. You can go any place. And I think that when you tell people that, you're stacking silver or stacking gold or whatever you're stacking, they think, oh, you think the end of the world is coming. And it's, that's not why. Honestly, I was typing to you because, like I said, this is my first time on here. I watch a lot of your videos, a lot of Silver Wolverine, all the. Wish I could think of their names right now, but just watch their videos, their unboxings, and now I started doing business with AppMex and those companies with their, AppMex doesn't have a welcome thing, but we don't all think it's the end of the world. But 1521, 1529 an ounce for silver is a steal.
Yeah.
So, it's, it's a good investment. It's pretty. I know you do stuff with the US Mint. I do too. And, they make a nice product. They've got other problems, but they make a nice product.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And that's good. And by the way, kudos for you for actually, I'm surprised you came in here and there's no echo or anything like that. You knew to turn off the play side, which is really, that's pretty, it's pretty good for your first time.
I think I got lucky, Sal. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be 50 in a few months and I'm very technically challenged, but you guys have really helped me out. I've got a scale. I took my 5 ounce Apollo out of the lens today, handled it with white gloves, and put it on a calibrated scale, and she weighed in at 5.55 ounces.
Whoa! Wow.
Yeah. And
you know why I did that? You have to set it to troy ounces.
Okay.
So if and it should come right at 5, maybe 5.002 or something like that. But make sure your setting is at troy ounces rather than regular ounces.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
we'll do that.
Very good. Congratulations, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, you guys, you don't know how much you help, and a lot of people out there, I don't think get on. And I'm not normally, like I said, I just watch videos on here, especially on my phone. Now I'm at my desk at my desktop and just watching people unbox stuff. And I'm on the US Mint website all the time, so I've got the first Apollo print that came out, and I signed up, and I'm actually going to get all 3 of those framed. And
nice.
I'm really into this stuff. It's I'm picky. I like the silver stuff mostly, but of course the US Mint roped me in with these West Point pennies they got coming out. Now I had to buy the proof and uncirculated set too, which I normally wouldn't do. But I don't mean to monopolize. I'm sorry.
No, and I think that's great, and I appreciate you sharing your comments. And I think the thing is as a new collector and stacker, understand that when you buy a collector coin, even these coins from the U.S. Mint, there's going to be a time where most of the products that we buy from the U.S. Mint typically don't hold their value over time as far as their premiums. There are occasions where they do, but you're always protected by the intrinsic value of the precious metals contained therein.
Yes, sir.
So that's the thing to realize. We don't want. That's the one thing I tell new collectors and stackers out there. And same thing with the mints, with the mint sets. They really are not known to do well in the secondary market. And so you have to really keep that in mind so that you don't lose money, or the money that you do lose, you're okay with it because you enjoy the pieces that you collect. Exactly. Silver is a metal that goes up, it goes up and down, but in the end, it does protect its value, or it preserves its value. and that's the best we can ask for with silver and gold, really. And
that's why I like stuff that's a little bit on the limited side normally, like that reverse proof set they came out with last year. I know I watched your video. I think you were disappointed, or maybe there was a coin that was scratched in your set.
Yeah, there was the silver reverse proof sets, the front of the half dollars, they didn't have quite the contrast that the other side had. That was one of the things that bothered me about that set. Yeah.
Well, I gotta and tell me to be quiet if like I said, I don't mean to be monopolizing. I got a survey from the Mint, on behalf of a third-party company this weekend or late last week, and I spent probably about an hour filling it out because I love the Mint. I mean, I actually sent emails to the Mint to forward to Mr. Ryder. I'm not crazy, honest. It's legitimate, suggestions about, like their smart post shipping, which is an oxymoron. There's nothing smart about it.
Right.
Go with the USPS. I mean, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. The darn fulfillment centers in Memphis. I can literally walk there and pick up my order faster than it gets here.
Yeah.
And, I said, I'm spoiled. I'm an Amazon Prime guy. I'm not going to lie. I'm a spoiled little boy, even though I'm going to be 50. I want my stuff when I I want it in my hand. I want to feel it. I want to look at it with my Hastings glass. I want to, so
happy birthday to you, number one. Number two, that's just one thing when you order from the U.S. Mint, especially if it's a high demand product. Some of these times I order literally when they come on sale at 12 o'clock Eastern time. I'm there at 12, and the order is fulfilled by 12:01, 12:02, and I see people that have ordered after me hours and hours later, and they're getting the orders before I get mine, even though the Mint's policy is to process in the orders from which they're received. But the problem is the Mint actually does process them in the order in which they're received. It's the shipping company, it's the U.S. Postal Service or whoever they subcontract with. They don't process the orders in which they are received for some reason, and that's always been frustrating. So I feel your pain there. I tell you what, we're going to rush through these comments here so we can take a look at this gold here. We've got Metal Bum is here, by the way, in the side chat. Metal Bum, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you again. I apologize if I missed some of your comments here. We've got a lot going on tonight. We're going to try to get through these comments. We have guests on the inside here. We're going to take a look at Haffy's gold in a moment. But Kevin W. says, I've often wondered when the silver mines confront the federal government as to the ongoing suppression of fraud in the paper market. There is power in unity. They should at least hold a national conference to expose the fraud. Let's see. Suppression. Well, and again, that's the debate, the ongoing debate between the how much suppression in the markets. We've kind of discussed that already, but we'll see. I don't know.
Hey, Sal. Yeah. I'm actually going to hop off of here because I have that goofy video of mine that's premiering in a couple minutes. So I'm going to bounce off of here, and I want to thank you for having me on again.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thanks again. We'll check your video out. Subscribe to the Stacking Stormtrooper, guys. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Feel better.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Will do.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, let's see here. Okay, they're making an essay out of all of us. There you go. That's good. The cue. I like that.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Silver Wolverine, you're here. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on my mic on mute while I'm driving, but I should be done pretty soon.
Okay. All right. Very good. Sounds good. Charles Schindler says, F you, Buffy asked the bastard where he was on 9/11 morning and who he was with. Study real history. All right. Well,
some angry people on here, don't you?
Yeah. Silver Heist.
I think even Alex Jones blinked at that one.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, exactly. Silver Heist seems like with the 2019 ASEs, the bullion demand is growing.
Southside Stacker, I just saw Joy and I watched him. Sorry.
And Southside. Oh, he's here. Hello, Southside.
Good. Hey, can you hear me, man?
Yeah, good. It's good to see you, my friend.
How you doing, Sal?
All right.
Sorry. Dustin, Nate, Wolverine, everyone else in here.
Videos, guys. You guys.
All right.
The videos are awesome. Seriously.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Powell KKK says,
like cats too, Sal. So that's good in my book.
What's that? I'm sorry.
You like cats. I've seen you
Yes.
talk
Yes.
about your cats. Yeah.
Definitely a kitty fan. Yes,
Me
indeed.
too.
Yes. Uh-huh. All
They're
right.
sleeping right now. I can't believe they're not in here.
Hey, Sal, real quick, who else is in the chat?
Southside. We got Nat Nosik, who is new here. We got Half Dollar One and some guy named Silver Wolverine. I've not seen him before. All right. Banksters are scared of precious metals. All right. John says when you can no longer close the door to your storage facilities when you know you have too much silver. Exactly right. There you go.
It's cool.
Silver Baggin says seems like the big ups and downs corresponds to the strength of the economy. That's right. Exactly. I think that's the biggest motivator and mover with the silver prices and gold prices too, for sure. Killing Time says, I've said it before and I'll say it again, silver and advanced technology go hand in hand. Amen. ABC XYZ, spoon made from silver will make the price go up high with explosion. And a lot of people can be born with silver spoons in their mouths.
I
In the
don't know
middle,
how the ladies will feel about that, Sal.
what's that?
I don't know how the ladies will feel about that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Crazy. Oh my goodness. That's what she said. The medical field, silver is silver is silver. Yes.
Yeah, you know, I learned something too, Sal. And if you need me to be quiet, just tell me. I won't be offended.
Yeah, no worries.
I was looking, you know, at all the different companies that sell silver, and I saw some of the Canadian silver was 0.9999.
That's right.
I had to look and say, okay, what's the difference between 999 and 999? And it's really, I mean, unless you're using medical instruments or something of that nature, it really isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
He hasn't listened to Silver Gold Man then, huh, Sal?
What's that?
He must have never listened to Silver Gold Man explain it.
Yeah, you know, I've never heard Silver Gold Man explain it either. I'm most glad I haven't.
999 pure is 10 times as pure, 10 times as pure as 999.
Oh, well, are you serious? That's what he said? Wow.
That's what he said.
But it only matters. I mean, it's, in other words, if there's a huge premium difference between 999 and 999, as far as I'm concerned, and again, I'm a layperson, you're being taken advantage of. It's really only important if you're in medical instrumentation,
right?
But you know, again, to each his own. I don't pass judgment. I mean, I looked at possibly buying some 999 Canadian coins, but I passed.
It's barely noticeable, but you know, there's American Silver Eagles are 0.9993. And so usually it's even less than that 1,000th or whatever percent.
Pure down to the impurities that if you were to melt, right?
That's right. And so, but there were a series of coins or rounds made by the Royal Mint or something like that. It was a private enterprise. They had these cats. They were cats, and a couple of others of diamonds or whatever. They were 5/9 pure silver.
Wow.
And those are kind of hard to come by these days, but they and then Royal Canadian Mint also, and I've got one, a Canadian Maple Leaf that's 5/9 pure gold.
Wow.
And
yeah, I got 3 of those Predator series, those gold ones. The Wild Beast or something. God, what are they called? You know, the one's the bear, the other one's the wolf, one's the cougar.
Yep.
And they're wrapped in that assay card.
All right, Silver Eagle says, I believe solar panels used to use 20 grams of silver per panel. I believe they reduced that a lot. Actually, they haven't. And last year, I believe they were talking about aluminum, nickel instead of silver. There was talk of it, but it hasn't actually been done yet. I think that report is from 2017. I believe you said, I believe they use cobalt and lithium, maybe with connections or silver. I don't know. With the solar panels, when silver went up around $50, I think they were rushed to find out the metals replace silver. Yeah. That the standard is about 20 grams of silver per panel, and that's today's standards. Maybe a little bit less than it was 2 years ago, but it's about that. Broadsword calling, gold won't save us from what? The economic collapse created by people like Warren and them. Yeah. All right, and 143 Druid. I am slowly increasing my silverware set. It allows colloidal silver equivalent intake, something humans consume every day until the Industrial Revolution increased rainfall acidity. It's lead silver from the soil from which all food was grown or fed. Additionally, silverware is awesome for camping. And so, yeah, that's a good point. Use those utensils and you're going to get like your intake of silver that you would from colloidal. Metal Bump says great points in industrial and electrical use. I haven't thought of silverware as a while, as I didn't think anyone really bought that. And I don't know that they do. I don't know many people that buy it. I mean, as far as new, I know some people are buying it used, but typically there's some premiums tied to them. And if you're going to buy it for investment or hedging purposes, you're going to get the bars and rounds.
Sal?
Yes.
Do you do junk silver at all? Like,
yeah, I posted a video about it a week or so ago.
Okay.
Check it out if you get a chance. Hinston Karachi says, no, he wants to steal the public money and unicorns, companies that don't make money and losses. Yep, that's right. We're going to rush through these comments here, so we'll get a chance to see Haffy's gold, and we'll have a little look at the markets in a little bit here too. Helps prevent sickness, colloidal silver. I probably should have taken some for this cold I got. Kenny says, okay, everyone had sterling silverware. The price of silver would be $200 an ounce. Fancy silverware not needed with ramen noodles on them. That's right. Yep.
Wouldn't it taste better though, eating ramen noodles with silver?
Probably would. Exactly right. Yes, indeed. Boot whip. Could there be something else going on here besides just vehicle uses? For platinum and palladium, yes, there is right now. As when I recorded this video about platinum versus palladium, we really didn't talk about the strikes that were going on, and that's what's causing some of the price to go up right now.
Right.
Maple Hedgehog, I'd love to see modern sterling silver flatware for everyday use. I gotta look into that. Yep, I agree. Down with the CB and silver to the moon, says Zip Your Lib. All right, very good. Cybercurtain Twitcher, I love my silverware. I just give the knives and forks a quick wipe with a jeweler's cloth now and then. The only downside is you can't stick them in the dishwasher. Ooh, okay. I didn't know that. Bob Wolf says, I hate to say it, but war soon and will give demand a bump up. It's been too quiet for too long, and the banksters will play out their next attack and get all the Americans to jump on board for war. I know people think that war is a racket and all this stuff like that, and I don't fall in that line of thinking by any stretch, but people know that I don't. Bob the Monk says, silver on the wall with precious metals is most undervalued of them all. There you go.
Agree.
Yes, indeed. Colonic Stacker, which would you rather find in your soup? A hair from the head of Megadeth frontman Dave Mustaine or beard hair from Scott Ian of Anthrax? I think I'll take Dave's red hair follicle.
My strawberry blonde hair strand.
What's that?
His fine strawberry blonde hair
Yep.
strand.
Exactly, because Scott Ian's beard, you never know what that could have been in. I don't even want to go there.
Yeah, let's
Evil
not go
nickel
there.
fist and salivate.
What's that?
Evil nickel fissin'.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, that's right.
Maybe he's got some silver flake in the beard.
Nice effing life. That's right. Yeah, Rich, 5310. The shield does what he is told to do. Looking forward to when he gets wiped out. I don't know. All right. Bill Rundle. 50% of the junk silver has already been melted down. The population from 250 million in 1940 to 305 million in 2020. Actually, we're 320 million now, aren't we? Enough for the currency, plus as most of the remaining junk silver is held in bags, 1% of the population. House resolution states that with only 999 purity, will be using new coinage. Junk will have worked in your great-grandma's day. What happens when junk silver gets intermixed with today's coinage? Change can easily be made with credit slips and gift cards. Junk will have to be returned for remelt to not. No, I don't know why you would think that, Bill. Just because the new 999 standard is there does not invalidate or mean that junk silver needs to be melted down for it to be used. It's what they're using for collector coins. None of the new 999 coins are going to be used to spend, just as they weren't last year when they were 90%.
And it's going to be better for the machines.
Right.
So the dies will be able to strike more blanks.
That's right. Exactly right. Yep, that's right. You forgot about the fifth factor, Sal's subscriber demand. Ooh, okay. All right. Very good. All right. Thank you, sir. Bozo, I have a Korean silver chopstick set with spoons. I'm looking at sterling silver flatware. There's still plenty being made. It's not cheap. I'll probably just go for 2 place settings and use my passed down silver plate for holidays when I need more place settings. There you go. Thank you,
We
sir.
need an
Thanks,
invite to
Sal.
his dinner table, Sal.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Southside. Yes. Sorry. You want to read some of these with me?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of offended that you got me here. You're clearly sick, and you don't got me reading any of your comments. Like I'm taken aback, man.
No, I'm sorry, my friend. I was in such a hurry to get through these because we wanted to see half his gold.
Can't believe I'm that forgettable, man. That's ridiculous.
No, you're. I can never forget my friend South. Go ahead here, and you're fast, so you can.
Yeah, I kind of want to breeze through because you sound awful, and I want to help you out.
Thank you, my friend. You're awesome. Thank you, sir. Go for it.
Cool. All right. Gene Pullman says, I've been thinking about buying 1,000 pounds or so of copper. What's your take on it? Or any else that you may read my question here?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Why would anybody buy 1,000 pounds of copper? Yeah. How are you going to buy that copper? Number one, I mean, I can't think of any other way you would buy it in raw form. And what would you do with it? I mean, unless you just like the metal, if you really like 1,000 pounds of copper, that's fine. But you're much better off taking that money and putting it towards gold or silver.
Silver, yes, sir.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, go for
James
it.
McDonald says, mint out of silver, fake news to spur dismal sales.
No, the mint was never out of silver. That was never reported.
They're out of the planchettes from Silver Mine.
Yeah,
no one really pays attention to that.
No,
Probably.
they don't, Southside. Not at all.
It's ridiculous. Homebrew says heart.
Heart. All right, very good. Thank you, Homebrew.
Not everybody's angry.
That's right.
Yeah. Area says, knock, knock. I've come to collect. Huh? 25.5 trillion, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Ian Cassie says, Mr. Buffett pointed how much his shares went up, but he did not point how much they went down.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Self-aware says, and if SHTF his billions are worthless, plus his ass is grass, he's a globalist, not exactly the common man's friend.
Right. Yep. Okay. Thank you, self-aware. And
do you want me to like censor myself?
Yeah, if it's a real bad word, anything you don't feel comfortable saying, you don't have to say, you know.
Cool. Yeah. All right, Tiomkin one. All right, cool. The future of silver is unlimited. It's the best buy for the buck. Keep stacking while prices are being pulled back. You won't regret it. Excellent report, Sal. Thanks. Out.
Very good. You have to censor yourself for that one. Very good. All right.
Pamela Rice says, it's been nearly a year diligently fulfilling draconian requirements by the NYPD to obtain a permit for one legal handgun to protect my retail establishment here in NYC. I'm not there yet. The laws here are all beyond belief. They're treating me with a record clean as a whistle like a criminal. When I could get an illegal gun in Harlem this afternoon.
Yeah. Wow.
And, Ace, do you mind if I pop in for 30 seconds, Sal and Sal?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Let me respond to this comment though, because this is a prime example of I don't know. It's this
Government overreaching.
Yeah, exactly. Pamela, God bless you. You hang in there because it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what's going on in there. Yeah.
And I thought waiting 3 months in New Jersey was bad.
Yeah. It's just
and she's still waiting. She may not even get approved. I'm a former New Yorker transplant to Charlotte, and I love it here. But that was part of my thing with that survey that I was telling you about that I sent in about the U.S. Mint that I got solicited for. That I don't know. I know Congress has a lot of tentacles with regard to what the Mint can and can't do, and I think that a lot of those rules that Congress has implemented are back from the 1800s or maybe early 1900s. And I think they need to loosen up. Like, even if like the Mint, people were complaining that the penny that's coming out, the 3-set penny that's coming out from the West Point, the proof, the reverse proof, and the uncirculated are not going to be 95% copper. And I mean, I haven't looked up the law and I haven't researched it, but I'm willing to bet you that Congress mandates how the Mint can actually, what the alloy component.
They do. And that's why.
Yeah, it's written into law.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, that's why it wasn't until Obama signed this legislation in December of 2015
Triple nines.
about the nines, and so there's the U.S. Mint is basically their hands are tied a lot by Congress.
And
They can't make certain coins, and in fact, there's certain products. That's why you see silver metals accompanying gold coins
Right.
many times is for that very reason. Yeah,
And I'll just say this, and I think you guys agree with me. I mean, not saying that the mint should run wild, but Congress needs to get the hell. And this is what I put in the survey too. The mint actually makes money by selling to numismatists. I mean, imagine that a government agency, the U.S. Mint, part of the U.S. Treasury, actually makes money.
yeah.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah, that's right. And you know that money they make is a molecule in the drop in the bucket that goes back into the general revenue funds of the Treasury.
It is, but imagine if they were, take the cuffs off a little bit, let
Right.
them make a 95% copper penny, or let them make, all the things that you've talked about, and others, Southside, all the folks, have talked about. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll be quiet. I know we got to get through these.
Yeah. All right. Okay. No worries. But yeah, good points. Definitely. All right.
Bruce Liggett says, very interesting. Thanks for the video, Mr. Sal.
Thank you, sir.
Silver Story says, I love it. I just picked one up myself.
I'll check it out.
Oh yeah, those Yales are nice.
Time. All right.
Dwart T1 or D Ward T1 says gold is not an investment. Well, he's actually yelling. Gold is not an investment. It's an insurance. The true U.S. debt is not $22 trillion. It's over $200 trillion. It's unsustainable. That's why you need insurance.
Very good. That's awesome.
That's a good read.
Southside. Yeah.
Couldn't do better.
I mean, he's shouting, but I mean, he's 100% correct.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. All right.
Chiefly Chieftain says, what's driving the price of silver down?
Oh man, it's I think a lot of it has to do with the dollar and and a lot of the geopolitics and what the Fed is talking about now. There's people are saying that the Fed could possibly raise rates next time or the time after that, and if that's the case, that's going to cause silver to go down. Even at the thought that they could, if there's a 30% more chance than there was two weeks ago that they might, that's how these things work. There's a lot of psychology, which makes it very difficult to really predict.
Do you think that the 15.15 mark will hold, or at least the $15 for silver? What do you guys think?
I think $15 is a pretty solid floor, but I've been wrong before. But anyways, we're getting close to the top here. We're going to refresh these one more time before we go through here. And we'll go ahead. We'll just
Marcelino Perez says, if Buffett buys gold, then the trust in the stocks and money system is done. Close to the criminals, he cannot do this.
All right, thank you.
Chateau Bullion says, those of us who stack know the value of silver. As far as world demand, it will always have its ups and downs. Demand changes based on geopolitical events and world economies. Just keep stacking.
Exactly right. That's what it boils down to. Thank you, Chateau Bullion.
Joshua Fawcett says, I think people are rediscovering the antibacterial effects of silver and copper used as flatware and tableware. Ingesting copper can be poisonous, though. As health conscious as we have become, I cannot see anything but a massive return to silver as the prime desired metal for flatware and tableware.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd love to have a set of it. All right, very good. Thank you, Joshua.
Kevin W says, just send them the paper notes. They will understand.
Yeah, that's right. All right. This is Romania wants to propose repatriate their gold.
L.R. Quimson says, silver is both a precious metal and an industrial metal. It is therefore a bifurcated metal. Am I saying that right?
Bifurcated. Yes, I think that's right. And
words like that on here.
It's a or bisexual metal, but
it's a fluid metal.
It's a fluid metal. It's a gender fluid metal. And if only Nadia was here, she'd see the neutral. Jeff Coachy,
what does he say?
The miners are producing more silver than ever, but we're not done yet. And I mean, I think, and I don't know that that's exactly true too. They are producing a lot of silver, no question about it. But I don't know that they're producing more than ever, but they could be. But let's see here. Okay, we're gonna get these knock these last couple out here because Donald in New Mexico is sending us a shout out from the
Donald in New Mexico. He says 54th. Hi, Sal. Ain't silver grand. No mention of silver bullets. They have been around longer than the Lone Ranger, and you can still buy them from your local coin dealer. Very humane to shoot someone with an antibacterial bullet. Hello, Salivation Nation live stream. SOAMG.
maybe that's how we should do capital punishment. A good idea, Donald, New Mexico. Very good. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
Then you dig the bullet back out. Wouldn't you want it back?
Yeah, you'd want it back. That's for sure. Yes, indeed. All right.
Harry Grammett says works of art, not necessarily $1 million paintings, real estate and gold have proven to be an essential part of accumulation and protection of wealth. Gold is especially useful during the worst times like wars and government going after people's money. Some quality jewelry can be put kind of between work of art and gold. Numismatic coins can be considered in the same category. Stocks are pure speculation and shouldn't be considered as wealth preservation.
This guy is from England. You know how I can tell?
How?
Because the way jewelry is spelled. They spell jewelry different there.
Oh yeah, they did spell it wrong.
Yeah.
They do
Oh,
it in
if
Canada,
he was
too.
here, he would be all over you on that.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Go ahead.
Greg Shock says, or Greg Shock or Greg's Hawk says, reminds me, guy said to me once that gold is a horrible investment. I said, so is life insurance, but you can buy it anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Well said. All right.
TH says, so why is it still so cheap?
Yeah. Well, we talked about that earlier. I guess a lot of different factors. And that's just it. There's more than one factor that are come into play when the precious metals go down. Thumbs up.
Ryan Karan says, thumbs up. The metal guy says, won't be stacking for a little. Had a devastating accident with my pets and had to dig deep for the care they need.
Ooh, I'm so sorry to hear that, the metal guy. That's a bummer. I hope they recover fully and quickly, and it doesn't cost so much. Yeah.
Coins A to Z says, as usual, excellent topic of discussion. I think that things like major political conflicts that used to have a discernible impact on raising metal prices don't have that effect so much anymore. Many people will have to continue to have faith in the preservation power of the metals for supply and demand dynamics to positively impact the price of the metals.
Yeah, it seems like we kind of get numb to the political discord and or to anything, even major events that happen sometimes, even what would be considered a black swan event years ago nowadays may not be seen as such. You know, the 15 seconds of fame and the constant news cycle whenever we hear of a big event like a shooting or something like that, even if you think it's far removed from precious metals, can either have a very small effect or a big effect for a very short amount of time. And but then it's quickly recovered. And that's the thing with the economy too, why I think Coins A to Z, I think you hit a nerve there with that comment, because I think there's so much of that also can be translated into the financial world. You know, I mean, do you remember when the volatility of the stock market we talked about, or that was going on with the tariffs, with the trade and on the uncertainty there? Well, it didn't take long for people to forget about that, and the markets kind of recovered, even though there's no clear direction, even when there was no clear direction on where we were going to go. But anyways, let's see here.
Isn't that quite provocative from a teenage girl, by the way?
What's that? I'm sorry.
I mean, that came from a teenage girl. Coins A to Z.
Really?
What I'm trying to think. I'm confused. What came from?
No, I'm saying that comment.
That insightful comment came from a person who's a teenager?
Oh no. He's a dude.
Oh, am I thinking? What's that teenage girl? You know oh gosh, are you sure? Coins A to Z?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm mixing up people then.
Yeah. It's
Justin. In my experience, try not to ask too many questions about teenage girls.
Yeah.
Ask R. Kelly about that?
I think you're talking about collector. I think she had a collector in her name. I know who you're talking about. She was still in high school. She used to post on here. She did some trades. She did a trade with what's his name? Frank.
Yeah, Frank Numis Metals.
Collector for life is who she.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. All right. Let's pause for market update here, guys. As you know,
You should have like a bumper there or something like that, Sal.
yeah, there we go. Yeah. And so here's the precious metal prices going on right now. It looks like gold is up just 50 cents now, $12.94.40. Silver is up a penny to $15.30. No movement on platinum, and palladium is up $7. But look here at rhodium, guys. It's 27.70. Really, that's not that big of a deal because rhodium at one time was $10,000.
When
And
was that? I never thought, was that like an 08 and 09, Sal?
I forget when that was. I thought it was maybe back in 2001. I'll have to look at the.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. Does this thing going to show me charts for rhodium?
You know, when you showed your rhodium video some time ago, Sal, I looked into buying an ounce of rhodium, and no dealer had it for. I mean, it was outrageous. The premiums.
Yeah.
Outrageous. I'm talking like $300 premiums when it
there
was
is
at, I think,
10,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yep, it was in 08. You're right. It was
When
10,000.
silver was 40, and yeah.
In 2001, I guess it was it was 2000. That was high back then, though, too. That was pretty crazy.
It's kind of funny because, and I'm not criticizing anyone, but someone had typed in a comment much earlier tonight about silver being $100 by 2020 or 21, and I'm like, I mean,
Chris Swing.
Yeah,
that would be bad for the economy.
yeah, exactly. Sure would be. Anyways, but yeah, good to see you guys here in the chat side here. So now we're done with the thing. Coins A to Z says Terry Rabideau is a teenage girl. Whoa, maybe she's in teenage wasteland. You never know. What else is going on? Okay, DB Stupid says how many ounces of silver and the estimated remaining junk silver? You know, that's a good guess. I don't know. There's a lot of it still out there. And I think there's a lot of it that has been hoarded back when Johnson took us off the silver standard. And of course, he said people should not hoard this stuff. Of course, what do people do? They hoard it. They kept it. Of course, yeah. So I think there's still a lot of it out there. So it's really nobody can really tell. But I think there's still a lot to be had. And I didn't see it, but International Stackers live stream showed a heck of a lot of it too.
That's what everyone's going to do, Sal. Listen to the third most socialist president we ever had behind FDR and Obama.
Right. Yeah.
And it's pretty inexpensive, especially if you really will take the junk stuff. I mean, all you have to do is, look at some of the big boys out there and you can get some wartime nickels really inexpensive and even some dimes and quarters and stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, you educated me a lot. Your videos, you don't know. I mean, I could go through names and names and names, and I really love watching people unbox their stuff and just talk about stuff coming out from the U.S. Mint. Like when you do your video, Sal, and anybody John Hartley, anybody who has the testicular fortitude to get on here and do a video and put themselves out there. Anybody who would give a thumbs down, I think is, I don't know, maybe like living in somebody's basement or their mother's basement or something. But
you don't know all the gold
what somebody's saying. But if they've got the gumption to get on here and do it, I think it's a cool thing.
Well, I appreciate that very much. It means a lot. And the idea of the unboxing is kind of a lost art these days. I mean, I still do them, and there's plenty of other people that still do, but there's still people that I do enjoy watching them, but people have typically shifted their focus to what they want to hear, but or see in some cases. But I still like to do them, and they're my favorite kind of videos to do, actually. But nonetheless, it's exciting. Speaking of show and tell. The star of the show here is $1 If you look at the screen before you here, you'll see his gold collection here. And you want to show us a couple of pieces here, my friend?
Sure. I'll show you what I made a video on this maybe about a month ago. So, Heritage Auction. here's the coin. It is a 19.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm sorry, this is
1910, and it's an MS62, 1910S from 1962. I mean, from MS62.
It's one of the higher minted years, but here's the thing I gotta say about this. So, when I bought this, spot was at $12.75 an ounce. These are about 0.96 ounces of gold material,
Right.
and I picked it up, with their buyer premium and all that for $13.80.
Nice. Nice.
I'm just saying. I mean, you buy a modern coin for that. Granted, you get 0.04 more grams of gold,
Yep.
but yeah, I mean, this one. If you look at heritage listings, most of the time they'll say, they'll say a coin like this. They'll just say problem-free, blah 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 coin. Like it's a very generic sort of like I am replying to your comment while making a video kind of description.
Right.
So this one actually, it was talking about like it had a little bit more of a nicer, fuller description to it. But this one's kind of a heavily minted year, not bad as like the 20s. When they minted even more, but it's kind of a higher mintage. This one here,
Beautiful.
1901, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my eyesight is hideous anymore. And same thing. It was 1380.
Wow. Yeah. What's the grade on that one?
It's a 62, and this one actually had a pretty nice description too. And this one, not a super low mintage, but it was 100,000 minted.
Right. Right.
So it's pretty low.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Yeah.
The fields look nice on that one.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, it was just remarkable. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, there was a lot of whales out there that night on Heritage buying the rarer varieties for, maybe 2, 3, 4 times the gold value, if not more. But
Happy, did you see my video on where I got the 1925 MS62 NGC St. Gaudens from the coin show? I bought it. It was, I think it was when spot was like a 1240 or something like that. And I think I paid like 1255 for it or something, or 1260.
oh, nice. What year was it? Was it like a
1925
Oh, okay.
MS62.
Yeah, you could probably do that because those years they minted tens of millions, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're nevertheless, I mean, they're beautiful.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't care about the mintage. They're gold and they're classic gold, and
Intrinsic value. Intrinsic
Yeah,
value.
but what some people say, Lynette Zhang, is she collects these types of coins. Technically, they are numismatics, but they're sold at bullion or near bullion price.
Right.
Which is remarkable. I mean, I could pull out some silver that costs more than these. And,
right.
Just the fact that coins so ancient, is that probably the right word to use? Old seems kind of young to use.
119. That's up there.
Yep. Yep.
It's just amazing.
Yeah,
So
cool.
I'll show you some earlier ones I bought over the years. Here's a 1892, I believe it is.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice luster.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sounded like all in gold saying that.
Nice luster.
That reverses the shiz, man. That's awesome.
Over here is asking about this coin.
Which one?
You can pay higher premiums for these modern gold coins than you can the pieces you've got.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Which
I'd rather have the stuff that's 100, 120 years old, wouldn't you?
I'm a little shy from buying the more modern stuff. Here, let me just show you an example of something a little more modern. Here you go. Here's the Jamestown MS70, 2007.
Yeah.
I mean, I paid just over spot for this.
Wow.
I think it was $340, something
Right.
like that.
And what is that?
And it had
$8?
$8, so
10,000?
I mean, how much was this going for when it came from the mint, raw?
Oh yeah, it's over. I think it was. I don't remember. I mean, I bought the proof version of that coin, but I don't remember what I paid for it. Obviously well over spot.
Oh yeah, the mint.
Yeah, so I kind of shy to U.S. Mint modern numismatics. I mean, I bought some. I mean, I got the baseball coin, not the gold one, but I got 2 proof, 2 uncirculated baseball silver coins.
Right.
And I also, the one that I think is the real winner I bought was that Chronicles. I bought the Eisenhower one.
Right.
You know, CoinShop had it in the window for $150 the other day. I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
So
Nice.
here's a 1924. So yeah, this one's uber minted.
Right.
And I probably paid a little more than I should have for it that night. But I mean, it's just a really nice one. And then here's the last double eagle I have, and this is probably the most valuable one. 1908D.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You know, that was the historic year because
Yep.
there was mottos and no mottos. And,
Right.
well, all the Denvers have mottos. It was the Philadelphia that a majority of them did not have mottos.
Right.
And this
Right.
one's kind of a relatively low mintage. I think it was like 350,000 about.
Wow.
But yeah, that's all about that. You know, Teddy Roosevelt said, I don't want to put religion on coins. And the Congress said, we're putting in God we trust on the coins. He
Yep.
overrode the president.
Right. Yep. Wow.
Yeah, this one here, I mean, I paid a little bit more of a premium, about 250. Gosh, I don't want to sound like a braggart or anything, but yeah, it was about 200 more than what spot is at now.
Okay. That's good. That's really good. What is it? 61 or
Oh no, 62.
62? Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, this one here, I think sells, like you go to eBay and you'll see it listed for maybe 1800 right now.
Right.
So, and it's not a loser. I mean, I bought plenty of coins that did not necessarily hold their value, numismatics I'm speaking of.
Right.
But, you know, I get it because I love them. I mean, they'll be the last things I'll ever liquidate if, you know, out of necessity in life.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You enjoy them, and that's the most important thing. And I definitely want to get more pre-33 gold as well. I'm looking. I've got somebody looking out at a local coin shop for an Indian head, $10 eagle.
Oh, you mean like here? I got one of them. I want more of them, but I only got the one.
Yeah, I only have one as well, and I'm gonna get another one. Yeah, it's nice.
Oh man, I tell you, these things, even in MS62,
They command a bit more of a premium. Yeah.
Yeah, compared to the older ones. The older ones are cheaper.
Wow.
The older $10.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No question. Those are cheaper. Yeah, they are. Yep.
Yeah, like this one here. This one's, you know, this variety's cheaper than this variety.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, this has got to be the most underrated design. I mean, it is awesome, I think.
Sure is. Sure is. Love it.
And you know, there's the eagle and there's the cartwheel on the eagle.
Intaglio Mint makes a wonderful reproduction of it in a 2-ounce silver high relief piece.
You got me sucked in there, Sal. By the way, I have some of those coming tomorrow.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
2 ounce, and I even bought the coin. What do you call them? The plastic lenses. They have 2 ounce high relief you can get.
Oh, nice.
Not
Nice.
not the Intaglio Mint off of you know, like Amazon or whatever, you know, anywhere.
Okay. Right. Very good.
I
Yeah,
think I saw
Intaglio
you
Mint did an
asking
awesome
about
job.
that in your video.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I thought I saw you asking about that when you were doing that unboxing where you could get the coin lenses for the 2 ounce high relief.
Yes.
Yeah, and they are on Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. I got them.
Right.
I won't plug anybody, but they're on there.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, and that's one thing when I had my round made through them, they're including the capsules with the round itself. So people want to go out and search to where to get capsules for them.
Cool.
Yeah, Silver Hustlin did the unboxing of one today.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, and I like that it comes with the black ring, but I kind of like the direct fit a little better. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
So here's the most obscure one I got. It's the $3.
Nice.
And I bet if it was any other coin, they would probably say wire scratches on it, but these are so blatantly rare. I think this is the second most minted out of all of them that were ever made.
There's 3 different types, isn't there, of the dollar coins?
Oh no, those are the $1.
Yeah, of the $1
So
coins.
you got
3
the type
different
1,
types,
type 2, type 3 of the $1. Now
Yeah.
this is the $3.
That's
And
$3. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, that's why I'm saying this is the most obscure one. This one, yeah, this one is way over the spot value. These are very rare.
Yeah. That's nice.
Think about just to think about the age of that coin, because I bought. I would love to do gold, but I'm I'm a little more frugal, so I've bought a lot of silver, and they're not what's the word I'm looking for, NGC, or they're not graded.
Oh, they're raw.
Right. Yes, raw. But I got a coin. It's in the other room. It's from 1834. It's, these are all U.S. coins, and just to think about where I mean, all the precious metal, of course, is mined in the U.S. But just to think, I mean, there'd been no World War I. There was no Civil War yet. It was just amazing to think about, just whose hands the coins could have been in, where the the precious metal got mined from. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Here's one that's almost as old as you're talking about, from 1854, I believe it says. Yep.
Wow.
$1.
Yeah. Wow. That's very nice.
I mean, just to think that this has been virtually untouched.
Right.
For 165 years.
Yep. Incredible.
Yeah, I bought a lot of these on Heritage. This is one that somebody made an offer on. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna part with this. I love this. But yeah, I mean these things here, these a lot of these the bigger ones are remarkably, relatively affordable compared to buying modern bullion coins.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. I mean, it's it really is. I think the one thing about the modern bullion coins is that, as far as just stacking for weight, it's easy to add up the ounces. With those, it's 0.96 or 0.48 or what have you. But on the other hand, if you're collecting history and who knows where the markets could move with those coins, there's a much more potential for them to increase or to regain their numismatic value after a time.
Not any more of them, that's for sure.
A lot of that pre-33 gold was repatriated from Germany and Europe, and it kind of had flooded the market. And that's why you started seeing it come so cheap, except for things like the dollar coins, the $3 coin, and to some extent the Indian head.
The smaller, they're more difficult to get something uncirculated.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's the general rule, because the smaller coins were more circulated. The larger ones were more likely just held in vaults.
Yeah. Well, let's get to Silver Wolverine's thoughts and Southside Stacker's thoughts on.
Hey, I wanted to add one thing. When I was driving home, I know you were talking a little bit about U.S. mint proof sets and that, and I wanted to add something about this proof penny. Not to go from gold to a zinc penny, because I mean it's kind of crazy, but I bet you, because I've been going back and forth if I was going to buy any of these proof sets or not, but I bet you that, like the Home Shopping Network or QVC or whatever, and Modern Coin Mart, I bet you are going to be buying a whole bunch of those sets up to slab those pennies.
Oh, sure.
The coin guy and his ANAC slabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's no question. They're going to take advantage of the mint's offerings. They always do. And they're going to try to market to the collectors out there, to people that, and they'll oversell them. It's part of marketing 101. That they definitely do that. I'm sure they will. It's a gamble at times, and they'll buy a few of those sets. I think they're going to be cheap enough that they can afford to do a certain amount of them and see how they do, and then buy more if they need them. But yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that the mintage, because I mean I think the last year's mintage of those proof sets was about, or how many they sold was about 500,000. I bet you this year in 2019, I bet you it's going to be more about 2 or 3 million.
Yeah.
Because of the big bullion dealers buying them up to try to grade those pennies.
Right. Yeah. I don't know that. I don't know. Yeah.
But even
it's hard to guess. It's hard to guess how many they may do. I don't know that they would take that.
Supposedly the pennies are only.
But we'll see. We'll see if they take that big of a gamble. I'm not sure. but you know, it wouldn't surprise me if they did either way. Really, what do you think, Southside? You're quiet over there, or maybe he stepped away. Maybe, perhaps.
What do I think about what?
About about the new mint sets, the new proof set.
Oh, with the proof pennies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. It's just the fact that I think Silver Wolverine brought it up a little while ago. I'm not sure if he just said it now because I heard his voice, but I wasn't really paying attention if it wasn't obvious. But I think they should have made it copper if they had the permission to from Congress. But
right,
I think it's cool on a collector level, but I'm not sure.
Especially for collecting, if you're a cent collector, it's going to be something I think would be nice if they did, if they were able to do the and separate set when they do all 3 sets released, because they're going to do a proof, a reverse proof, and then an uncirculated one.
Yeah.
And, if they could do a set of all of those and then a 4th one with an enhanced uncirculated in its separate set, that would be kind of cool. But I don't think they'll do that. But
yeah, I mean, as a business move, I think it's genius. As a collector, I'm not sure there's going to be any collector value in it.
You know, Sal, what would hesitate me from wanting to buy the complete set if they're going to do all those different finishes? Because I bought 4 of these Kennedy 4 finish sets, and they didn't really do so great. They were kind of just meh.
Yeah, well, that's just it. I think what Silver Wolverine's talking about is original hype. You know, they're going to try to capitalize on the hype for now. But yeah, those 4 coin sets of the Lincolns, you know, they basically bottomed out, you know, and they were 95% copper, mandated by Congress. And I've got several of those sets when they came out, and thought maybe that might be worth something. And I got a whole lot of them, and I'm just sitting on them now. And but you know, you have to strike when the iron is hot, so to speak. And that's probably what Silver Wolverine's talking about, was what some of these bullion dealers may do.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of go back to, you know, I bought some things from the U.S. Mint directly, and, you know, some of them are real winners. Some of them, meh.
You're right.
You know, you buy them.
Actually, few of them are winners.
But I think that the pennies are going to have values, guys, because the I mean, let's say that.
Go ahead, Nat. Nat.
Wow, Sal, I think that was your first live death on.
He said he was about 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say he was about 50. He conked out. He's out of here.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
He's back.
I'm only a few years behind it.
They'll have value. I mean, let's say, I don't think they're going to sell 1.5 million or 2 million proof sets. I really don't. They're not silver, but I mean, they suckered me in. I bought 2. They'll be here probably tomorrow. And I signed up to buy 2 of the uncirculated, which I would never have bought because I only usually buy the silver proof set.
Right.
But let's say they sell 1 million, you know, of the non-precious metal proof set. So there's 1 million pennies, you know, floating around. I mean, that's still low mintage when you know, in the scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, and the thing is, you have to look about what do you mean by value. I mean, they're going to have value for collectors,
right,
which in my opinion is reason enough to get them by many means. But what I'm saying is that more than likely there'll be enough of them sold that, just like with these Lincoln cents for the commemorative cents to Lincoln's life in 2009 that were 95% copper.
And I didn't even know that you said that, because I have one of those lenses too. I have.
Yeah, there were 4 released that year. Very nice cents.
Very nice.
I don't know how many were minted, but the thing is, the price bottomed out of it. You lost money on them. But that's not why we collect.
That's right. That's right, Sal.
Reserve. You know, we collect because we enjoy it, and that's what I'm saying, is that you buy it, you really like it or enjoy it, or if it's going to help satisfy a collection.
That's
and
right.
if you're a cent collector, this is a must-have for you.
Yeah, true.
For me, I'm a modern commemorative proof collector.
I love the commemoratives. I see you. You got to get every one. I've seen your videos.
Yeah. And so I've got to get them no matter what. It's a first world problem I've got, because I know that I'm going to lose money every time I make the purchase. But but I don't care because I'm buying them because of what they are and to update the collection. And number two, the ones that have precious metal, I'm always protected by the intrinsic value of the metal contained therein.
Right.
And so I know I'm never going to lose my shirt completely because at least they're worth silver and gold that's in them.
Well, you got the American Legion coming out in a couple of weeks, and
That's
still
right.
still have pictures of them up on the web. I mean, I've seen the design of them, but I'm
Yeah.
probably going to pass on them, to be honest with you. I'm disappointed that I'm going to do that, but you know, I did the Apollo, and I'm glad I did that, Sal. But I don't know. I'm probably going to pass on these, and I'm disappointed that I'm choosing to do that. It kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, no, it's all right. You know, I mean, and that's the beauty of, you know, and in some ways, I kind of wish I wouldn't have started that journey of collecting all the modern commemoratives because I started kind of later, trying to accumulate back years and things like that. And actually, that was back when a lot of them were worth a lot more money than they are now.
Right.
And there was some rarities out there that I had to go back and get and pay high dollar for.
Yep.
But at the same time, going through and doing that, if I hadn't done that, then I could just pick and select which ones I wanted and then just not worry about the rest. Plus, they take up a lot of space, but you know, it is what it is.
And that's kind of what I've done, Sal, is you know, I picked up two of the 9/11 ones that came out back in the day. You know, one was minted in Philly and the other West Point. They're
Right.
both the same, but yeah, both the same price. I picked up two of those, and plus I think they gave 40 or 50, $40 from each one of those, I think, to the, you know, 9/11 folks.
Right.
And you know, I got those on display. But
Yeah.
and of course I picked up the Apollo. I picked up, you know, one of the big 5-ounces, and after I opened it a week later, you know, I went on and ordered another one that I'll get sometime in October.
Right.
And
right.
and because I got one machine in the whole country that do you subscribe to Coin Week? And I'm not plugging them, but there was a picture of the machine in there in Philly, and they said this is the only machine that does the 5-ounce silver coins.
Yeah, no, I've seen some of the striking videos. Coin World magazine, they did some videos where they showed the striking ceremonies and they showed the 5-ounce being done. That was pretty neat. But yeah, I know it was those machines are very. I think they're the same ones that use the ATP, but obviously,
Yes, sir. Yep, they have one machine for everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Crazy.
It is. And of course I got one of the silver dollars, and I picked up two of the 50-cent sets. I knew that those would be, you know, with the enhanced reverse proof Kennedy, and I, you know, stuck one of them away, and of course those are sold out now.
Right. Well, very good. Well,
Hey, Sal,
guys.
let me show you one more thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wow, look at the size of that thing. What is that?
It's the 2019 Somali elephant 10-ouncer.
Dang.
He's got a 10-ounce puck there. Nice.
Boy, that is
Beautiful.
wow.
We love our pachyderms, right, Sal?
Oh yes, definitely. Oh yeah.
Anything with a tail or a trunk, right?
By the way, go ahead.
Anything without the queen's face.
Right. Yes, indeed. Look at that. The Bavarian mint. If it's really a coin, we don't know for sure if it's a coin or not, but yeah.
It's questionable. I mean, I don't think Somali pirates are walking around with
Quadruple
these in their
nines too.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
right.
you know, I mean, what I am going to probably buy is a couple of those silver proof sets when they come out, and get that reverse proof penny. I think because at least that silver set will hold its, you know, intrinsic value. It'll never lose that value. But with not being a clad proof set collector, to me that penny would have the value of that entire set.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, let's see here. DB Stupid, quick question about 10-ounce rounds. How hard is it to scale up to do bigger rounds? Can community do larger coins from existing designs? Can community do larger coins from existing designs? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let's see here. But yeah, I mean, 10-ounce rounds are fine to have. I mean, they're really beautiful, especially if you can capture a lot of the detail. And so, I mean, I've got a couple. I've certainly purchased some, and the Queen's Beasts are in 10-ounce size. Mr. Monkey Swag just now noticed me. Yeah, I probably missed a lot of people that have called on me from the side chat, and I apologize. There's actually a lot of people in here tonight, and I don't mean to ignore anybody for sure. Like Silver Turtle 65's here, way deep inside's here. Metal Bum is here. I appreciate all you guys, definitely for sure. And actually, I'm still a little under the weather, so I'm not quite as alert. And not that this is an excuse, but Let's see here. I'm trying to think
Do you
here.
think that the U.S. Mint would ever do a 10 ounce in our lifetime, Sal?
Oh, that depends on Congress. I think that depends on Congress. The 5-ounce ATB is mandated by Congress.
Do you have any of those? I apologize. I'm not sure if you ever bought those.
Yeah, I've got a couple. That's the set I'm glad I didn't do or commit to like I did the modern commemoratives.
I didn't like that it wasn't proof. I'm a proof guy. I really like proof coins from the mint, from the U.S. Mint, and so when I saw what was coming out with the Apollo and it was going to be curved, and I actually had that on my hands today, and I had white gloves on, took it out of the lens carefully. Yeah. Man, that is, I mean, it's gorgeous.
Oh, it sure is. It sure is. Let me see. Our side chat says, "Can the smaller mints do larger rounds for your channel or others?" Oh, okay. Yeah, it just depends on what the mints capacities are. I know that Regency Mint can't. In fact, Regency Mint is had a lot of trouble with the Fortitude rounds. I wanted to do a 2-ounce round for the Fortitude rounds, but they couldn't have the machine and tooling to do it without actually me paying for custom tooling to have this done. And
set up a GoFundMe account for that, huh, Sal?
Yeah. Well, it just weren't worth doing that, but nonetheless, there's other options. So stay tuned. There may be something coming from Intaglio, but we're not sure about that yet. Let's see here. Stephen Heath, I'm used to being ignored. I don't ignore you, Stephen Heath. Anybody, Terry Rabidou, yeah, you guys. I like to get I get teased a lot too. A lot of times by some of the
Matt Braxton liked your voice, Sal. He came up on the desk here a few minutes ago.
Who did?
One of my cats, Braxton. He was sitting here on the desk.
Right, Braxton. All right, Tony Braxton. Very good. All right. Gold Maple says your rounds are the best, Salivate. Well, thank you, Gold Maple. Very kind of you, my friend. Definitely appreciate it. And guys, I'm probably going to be wrapping it up here. And just to kind of save my voice and try to recoup here, but I very much appreciate you guys popping in here. I don't know because I can't see. I'm trying to think of here. I can see how many people are watching right now, but
did All in Gold stick with us?
No, he left a while ago. We've got 86 now. I think we had over 100 at one point.
We did. Yep.
But they changed.
You did, I should say, not we.
Yeah. Well, it used to show me in this window here, but YouTube has changed some things. But
just begun.
Yeah. But I really appreciate all you guys taking the time out of your day to pop in here and hang out with me. Both, I'm going to say thank you to the panel inside of here and enjoying time with me here. We've got Southside Stacker, Silver Wolverine, and a newbie Nat Nosek. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
And $1 for showing us this gold. That was great.
Nice stuff.
All right.
When do you come on again, Sal? I'm
on. And thanks to Stacking Stormtrooper who popped by earlier too. Very much appreciate him coming in. And I live stream on Wednesdays from 6 o'clock, and then Fridays at 6, and then Sundays at 6 Eastern time.
Shout at the
Wednesday,
devil.
Friday, Sunday, 6. Okay.
Yeah. Shout at the devil. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, guys. All right.
Howl at the moon.
Bark at the moon and all that other jazz. All right.
Burn up the beast.
Yeah. All right. We're going to have Southside Stacker take us out with some classic Iron Maiden. You're going to sing us some Run to the Hill, Southside Stacker?
6-6.
I'm just going to say peace out,
Burn up the
everyone.
beast.
I was going to say war in, everybody. War in. All right. You guys take a squeezy. Remember to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching to the ground. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Be safe.